resume this recording. So I just wanted to say welcome to MiCHWA. Ladies or someone give me a quick thumbs up that you can actually view my screen. I can see Jen, so Jen, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Wonderful. My name is Janae Tyus. I am the Executive Director for the Michigan Community Health Worker Alliance, and I want to welcome you. Nicole, we need to admit people from the waiting room. I want to welcome you to our MiCHWA hosted webinar. And I'd like to just say that we are going to today go ahead and allow you the grace of showing you what this new registry is all about. So this is our MiCHWA hosted mandatory webinar today, where we are actually going to go ahead and walk you through this new webinar, this new registry that we've created here and launched since our annual meeting. So I'm happy to do so today and just wanted to thank you for bearing with us, as it's been a while since we launched it, but I wanted to go ahead and walk you through this webinar. If you just give me 1 second, one thing I need to do is make someone other than myself a co-host. So I need to scroll and find Nicole and make her a co-host here. So please give me a second here, and I'm going to make her a co-host so I can focus just on you in this MiCHWA registry. Now she's able to, I'm sure, manage the waiting room. Okay, thank you. So welcome to our webinar. Again, my name is Janae Tyus. I am our Executive Director for the Michigan Community Health Worker Alliance, and I'm happy to be before you today. So the first thing that we want to do is notice that the way to access MiCHWA's new member registry is to just by literally going to our new website, michwa.org. Previously, we'd actually accessed this registry by visiting MiCHWAregistry.org. That is no longer the case. How you access our member registry is by navigating to MiCHWA.org and locating the member registry at the top navigation bar. We call this a navigation bar, hovering over the word member registry and then scrolling down here. You will see the word dashboard if you are already logged in. If you are not logged in, you won't see this. You'll actually have to log out here. So I'm gonna log out, and then you'll see that once you go to member registry, all you have to do is click membership to learn about our tiers, and then you'll just need to click login to gain access here. In order to figure out what email address you use, you can either contact us at info.org, or you can think about whatever email address you use to log into our old registry. If you've actually been migrated over, which means that you had an old active, which means you had a paid through account and you were a member in good standing with us, we migrated you over. If you need information about gaining access to our registry, you can go ahead and email us and we can do some investigation as to what the status of your account actually is. So I've been migrated in here. I am a new user. I have access to this account because I was in good standing, which meant my membership was paid through. So I'm going to go ahead and first I have to forget my password because MiCHWA set me up. They migrated me as an existing user. So my email address is already in here. And this is my personal email address that MiCHWA staff migrated me in. So I'm just going to go to this website and click this forgot password thing here. I'm going to click forgot password, use the email address that MiCHWA told me they used to log me in. So I'm going to click this and send password reset email. But since I've done this a number of times, I know that the best thing that I need to do is at the same time, go ahead and open up a new tab and open up my email box. So when that password reset code that is going to send me is sent to that inbox, I'm ready to grab it. So I'm going to send that password reset email. It's going to send me a 6-digit code. My email box has already been sent. That 6-digit code, I'm going to send here, refresh it a little bit. Oh, MiCHWA member send me a code. It's 941411. And I'm good at remembering numbers. So 941411. And I'm going to set my new password. This is how I'm going to go ahead and log in. And I'm going to click reset password. Now that I've got this green bar at the bottom that says password reset successful, I'm going to go ahead and put that password in here that I just successfully used. I hope I don't have amnesia from the password that I just submitted. So looks like I'm in here. Once I've been able to access the dashboard, and notice I am using Google Chrome, we recommend that you use Google Chrome to access our member registry at all times. It just seems to work best with our platform and our database and all of the apps that we've got working behind the scenes. So please use Google Chrome. If you have any issues with any other versions, we're going to recommend that you start here. And sometimes your technology office, you might want to contact them before you contact us, because most of the things you'll run into is the fact that you're not using Google Chrome, and this works best for us. So now that I'm in here, the first thing I want to do is check out the fact that my profile information, I want to make sure everything is all right. So I'm going to click this orange person at the top. Notice I can change the language. There are like 100 and something languages here. It defaults to English. If your preference is Spanish, go ahead and change it and everything will do so for you. But I'm just going to go ahead and check this orange person because this is where I want to stick to. This is the meat of everything that I need to do in this new site. I can manage my account. We're going to do this a little bit later, but let me just verify what MiCHWA has for me is true to me. My name is correct because I'm a pet peever. You know, I like my name spelled properly. It looks good here. My county is correct. Sometimes we weren't able to find the appropriate county. Yours may be incorrect. I want you to get in here, check your county. If it's not, it's okay. You can fix it on your own. You can drop this down and you can move it. Let's say I moved to Wayne County. I want to change it here. I can do so. I can click that, move here, change a little bit about myself if I want to. I can say I am a CHW ally and I love it. I'm literally going to say that because I do. And I can put that there. If I have a LinkedIn profile page, I can add that. If I have a job title, I can add that and it'll change it. It'll actually turn green. If I'm seeking employment, I can let the world know, and this is public only to MiCHWA's employer member profiles, okay? And then all I have to do is click this update button, and then my profile will be updated. Every change that I make here will then be reflected on my personal profile. I don't know about you, but this is 1,000,000 times more user-friendly than the version that we are coming from. I love this. If I want to upload a profile picture, I'm not that type of person, but if you guys want to do it, we love to see profiles. And I think employers would like to see profile pictures too, so feel free to upload them. The size of the picture matters. Look here. We want you to upload 300 by 300 pixel pictures. If you need to learn how to modify a profile picture, Google it. Just type in, how do I change the size of my picture? And Jen on our team, Jay Harst at MiCHWA.org, is a pro at modifying sizes of pictures, and she can help you if Google doesn't do it for you. You can upload your resume here. Another thing that members of profiles like to see. I hope my team isn't chatting me right now. Something important isn't happening. But most importantly, I want to submit and maintain my CEU credits. The MiCHWA board just approved the fact that you guys need to maintain 10 continuing education units every year. So it maintains with the fact that you've got this annual renewal payment. You've also got now an annual CEU renewal period. So you don't have to worry about doing that every 2 years. You can do it every 10 credits every year. So it's easy for you to remember. So you've got to submit 10 credits every year. You need to do so here. We need from you to submit a title of, let's say, your annual meeting every year that you go to at MiCHWA. And then you've got CEU credits. You can do them in 0.5 increments. So let's say our annual meeting this year is 1.5 credits. It'll be longer. It'll never be negative. You can put it in here. And then the description, MiCHWA's annual meeting is there. That's enough. The date last year was 10/22, I think, 2020. Remember, you only want to put credits that relate to your given CEU period end date. And we can tell you how to find that a little bit later. And then you have to have your proof of completion, which is a PDF or a Word document or a certificate that says what that you attended, how long, how many credits, and then the title of it, right? We have to be able to verify that you attended this and what. You cannot click submit until you have everything listed here that is on a red X, okay? So know that you can't submit until you have everything you need here. Once you click submit, you're already going to automatically get an email that says, thank you for submitting continuing education credits. Give the MiCHWA team 2 days to approve your submission. Portia and myself get that email and she's quick with it. She will submit and approve your request, usually within that 2-day period. She normally doesn't take longer than that to get it done. We get that email and then you get an email again when it's been approved and it's posted on your profile. And I'll show you a little bit about what that looks like in a little bit. So that's how you manage your account. And you can even click here on this membership. You can drop down to the update CEUs very quickly there if you don't want to scroll. You can view your own profile. You can upload CEUs again by clicking and going directly there. You're going to do this one thing at a time, but let's go through this manage account thing. This is where we want to play around and get to know this because it's very important that we know how to manage our account. This membership bucket, and I just found a place that I need to update our logo, is very important. You can update your email address all on your own. Let's say you get a new job. Let's say you want to make this your personal email address. You can do this all on your own. And if you're using the chat to ask any questions, our team should be able to ask any questions, or if you want me to answer them, feel free to hold them to the end. I'm going to talk for about 30 more minutes. Then I will give you an opportunity to unmute yourself and then raise your hand, and then we will ask any questions that you have. You can update your email address. It's really easy. All you got to do is click update email, but my email address is already taken because I didn't change anything. Let's say I want to update this to another email address I have. All I have to do is put it in here and then click update email. But be careful. Only do this when you want to. Only do this if you really, really want to, because your email address, once you hit update email, it's going to change. You don't have to email MiCHWA to update your email address. You can do so yourself. You also don't have to update or email MiCHWA to change your password. You can do so yourself directly here. All you have to do is pick your current password. I hope you remembered it. If you don't, I'll show you how to do that as well. You can click forgot your password, and then you can change it here by just entering it in twice. So it's really seamless to change your profile information, your email address, your password, and all of that good stuff. The next thing you can do here in this manage membership information by pressing that green button is to look at your membership. You can see if you have been migrated, which means you already had an active membership and we just transferred you over here because you're in good standing. As you can see when your free trial ends. So you can see that my free trial ends on 11/1/2021, which means I was migrated essentially when most of you were. So you can see if I wanted to, I could cancel my membership. Let's say I don't want to play with MiCHWA anymore, which is not the case. You could cancel your membership. So you can log in and see what type of membership you actually have. Some of yours will say active CHW membership if you have created your own account, or you may also have a free trial, and you can see when your membership is due. In order to continue to maintain good standing and maintain your MiCHWA CHW certification, you are required to have an active membership with us every year. That means before this date of 11/1/21, though I am not as privileged as you guys to be a CHW, a MiCHWA certified CHW, I would need to come in here before November 1/21 and add a payment method, because I need to pay to play. I need to pay to maintain my membership before then. So all I would need to do is add a card, because this would automatically bill this card on 11/1/2021. It would try and do so at like 6 a.m. in the morning, then again at 11 a.m. in the morning. And it is a third-party payment processor, and MiCHWA does not see this card information. We don't touch it. We don't process it. We just recoup the fee that you pay of $30 minus our payment processing fee. So all you'd have to do is put in this card number. You can change it when you wanted to. And the coolest thing about this thing is you could see your billing history. So let's say your employer wanted you to get a receipt, which Stripe, which is our billing processor, actually sends you a receipt every time they process your card every year. You could see that your payment was processed directly within this membership card. So on 11/1/21, if it processed at like 6 a.m., I could come in here at about noon and see that my membership fee was paid on 11/1/2021. I think that's one of the coolest things here. Okay, so this is how you can see how to not only change your email address, not only change your password, not only add a payment information, change and view when your pay date is coming due, also manage and change your billing information, but also see your payment information. You can also log out here. But why would I ever need to log out? If I can go into this registry, get back and forth to the main registry website, why would I ever need to log out? All I need to do is go to the dashboard, and I can always access this member registry right within the MiCHWA site. So just look at what I can do. I'm here. I can go to another website, go to MiCHWA.org, but I can always get back into this registry, and I can always click this person and upload my CEUs. I don't even ever have to log out. I can do this so seamlessly. I just love it. So I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to take a quick look at the chat, and I'm going to see if there's anything that I can need to know here. Here we go. I'm going to keep going. I think some of this stuff I can do. You can upload CEUs, more than 10 CEUs a year, and you can count them, but we only require that there are 10 every year or 20 every 2 years, and go from there. So this is the basics of how to maintain your certification. You need to pay us $30 every year to maintain an active membership with MiCHWA, and you gotta maintain 10 CEU credits, because we want you to continue your education. And to continue that education, you gotta show us that you are gaining those CEU credits every year. Now let's get into the cool things, right? So if you go back to home, in the member registry, let's check out this dashboard, right? Why is this our homepage? We want you to know that we want you to explore. We want you to see that you are not alone in this. Right now, there are 390 other CHWs that have an active membership with us. And you can see where you guys are throughout the state, in addition to the number of organizations who are with you in your regions, right? And if you want to see, man, let me network and get to know CHWs who are with me. Let's click Detroit, for example. You can see where in the counties there are CHWs like you. And if you want to get to know and network with them, check them out and see when their CEU periods. Like, if you want to know how are all these people getting all these CEUs, like, geez, Erica, how do you have 31? Like, click her profile, go find her. Well, how do I find her, Janae? Well, I know. You click find CHWs, because we want you to meet each other. Look, Abby's got a picture and she's a career coach. CHW is not the only name to learn each other by. Some are leads, some are career coaches, and if I keep scrolling, they're named in alphabetical order by first name, right? You can see that some are enabling services coordinator. I will just keep going. If you want to find CHWs who are just like you and MiCHWA certified, just click that filter. If you want a CHW, you want to find Erica because she is like killing the game with the CHWs, all you got to do is type her name in. And of course, she has a picture. Then you can view her profile and get to know her. I'm sorry if she's on this profile and doesn't want to share, but clearly she's gone in and has done some work here. She wants you guys to know about her, that she's currently working in Genesee and Saginaw County. She's got her resume loaded. She's got her LinkedIn profile. Her period for her CEU ends on 8/1/21, and she's got 31 CEUs already. And her CEU period doesn't end until 8/1/21. She's killing the game. So you can see all of the stuff that she's taken. This is someone I might want to check out and figure out how she's doing this all so well. So this is the cool thing. You can network and you can get to know each other. You can filter each other and get to know by county if you just hit back to CHWs. If I live in Cass County, and I want to find more and get to know you guys. There are just 3 CHWs in Cass County, but they're all CHW MiCHWA certified. This label is important, right? Everybody seeks to find that, but this is how you can find CHWs. You can also explore organizations. We are constantly adding these every day. Looks like there's a broken picture we need to fix. But our CHW employer organizations, geez, we also need to fix our own picture, also post jobs. So this is cool. If you're seeking employment, or even if you just want to explore the world, like maybe you're just interested in seeing if there are any job openings out there, this is for you. Did you know that we have job openings available? There are some that are hiring now. MPCA is hiring like 4-5 jobs. They are hiring all the time. Sometimes we used to post job openings right within our listserv, but we're not doing that anymore. We're encouraging you to log in to this registry, then click these jobs and then apply now. Do you see this? You can find the job description, figure out what educational requirements are, and then apply for these jobs directly within our registry. And these workers, these organizations who are seeking employment can come in because they have their own logins too and filter on the back end for those CHWs that are seeking employment and find you on their own. This is really awesome. So come in here, explore the job postings. You can see that not only is MPCA hiring, but so is Covenant Community Care, and so is Community First, and so is MiCHWA. They're hiring for my spot. So this is the coolest thing. And if you want to search for focus areas, you can do that. But there are opportunities out there, folks. There are jobs that are hiring, and they are hiring for you. So if you're seeking, if you're searching, if you want to get your feet wet, how about you look here? This CHW registry is just what we're looking for. So I searched that. I told you and showed you that you can find jobs via organizations, but you can also find jobs via job postings. So come here and check job postings, but you might find this spot your most favorite thing and your most useful opportunity here. And I'm telling you, this CEU opportunities page is something we are hard at work every day. Portia Fisher, our education and registry manager, lives by this. She is on the prowl all the time, making sure this upcoming trainings, and okay, forgive me, because this stuff shouldn't say expired. This means Janae has work to do to delete this stuff. So forgive me and ignore those first 3, but you can see here that we've got trainings if we scroll all the way into March and I believe into April. So you can plan out your calendar for what you want to do for your CEU credits and opportunities. And if you're unlike Erica and you've got a lot of work to do before April, come here and get to this recorded webinar section. There are over 20 CEU credits just sitting here waiting for you to take them. And all you have to do is click one, pick anything you're interested in. Portia's yoga webinars are literally my favorite. No it's probably no surprise to you because, you know, I picked her. So if you pick this yoga webinar, Yoga 102, start with, you know, Yoga 101 because it's a stress reliever. You can watch it now. This recording is directly linked to our YouTube. If you want to go directly to YouTube, you can, but I encourage you to come through our webinar, our registry right here, because you can watch it. It's right here. It pops up. And then at the end, when you're done, you can go back and then you click request certificate. It will prompt you to go ahead then and fill out our webinar certificate and then give us some patience. Don't bug us immediately after. Give our team like 3 days to complete and deliver your certificate directly to your mail. But everything you need is right within here. I'm telling you, if you count, there are over 20 credits that you can look for. The cool thing about this is, let's say you're interested in mental health related things or teaching and capacity building or role advocacy and outreach. If you click one, this will filter for your specific desire. And let's say, I'm not interested in that. I'm a CHW who's interested in a CHW certification training program. Maybe you want to share this information and the good news with someone else. You can tell a person when we have some upcoming training programs going on. We've got some coming up. Some of these I need to delete again. I've got some work to do here. What about you want to know some things about communication skills and cultural competence? All you got to do is click and filter. There are recorded webinars for that as well. And about organization and resources. We've got all of this all for you. So all you got to do, come here, click and filter. What we have is all for you. If you've got any recommendations or things you want to see, then all you got to do is come here. Healthy lifestyles is another one. We've got a lot that fit this healthy lifestyles one because that's kind of our anything fits all bucket. So there's CEU opportunities. You can literally come here, spend a day, watch some, request your certificates. By Friday, I'm sure you'll be able to go back to your profile. And in case you're wondering, how do you get to your profile and upload those CEUs? Little orange man never goes away. Click that button, upload CEUs, and there you go. You can submit those hours and credits there. The last and I think most underutilized section that I'm not sure many of you have been privy to yet is that we've got this resources section that we are constantly working about how we're going to better utilize and organize this for you is if this resources section. I'm going to start with FAQs and then explain the last few buckets for you. So our frequently asked questions section is where you can find how to utilize this registry and what you do here. We created a ton of videos and we're trying to get you a couple quick tips of how you visit your profile, how you get to updating things, how you add things. A lot of what I've walked through today is a video. So unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of my face because I'm trying to make this stuff easy for you. And we've just done videos like 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them are a bit long, but we're just trying to make it seamless for you to do what you need to. So we've got some organization specific things. I think there are a few organizations on here, but most of this is just how to for CHWs for you to learn how to play in your profile, which will really reiterate what we need to do. You should be familiar with this continuing education facts sheet. This is a little out of date. The board just approved this change that is 10 CEUs every 1 year in the January board meeting as a recommendation of the Education and Workforce Work Group. So that's a little bit different, but it's really the same requirement. It's just now annual in step with your annual payment. So you can update and learn how to update your profile. That's a quick link. It just drops to it. CHW, how to do everything is just a drop to. Your CHW certification card is loaded on your profile. All you have to do is click that and download it right directly on your profile. So I'll show you guys that in a second here once I pull over the administrative page in a second here. The other thing that's really key that I want you guys to know is that if you remember MiCHWA's website of old, it was really content heavy. There was so much information there that you could almost become inundated and overwhelmed with all of the information. Now we've tried to take all of that information and index it, which means categorize and place it in places here. So we've bucketed it according to CHW specific. We've got policy related information. We've got grants and partnerships, old historical content, research related, and then we've got this bucket for trainers and employers. But for CHWs, we want you to see that we've got some COVID related stuff. We've got yoga things. I mean, we've got all kind of stuff. If it were me, I would just control find and see if maybe yoga stuff or diabetes prevention program information, anything I wanted to find was actually in here, because it probably is. And like I said, I don't necessarily like how this is currently organized, but we're working on it. It's just a bunch of information that we want you to have access to, but we don't want it to be publicly accessible to you. We wanted it to be kind of a benefit of maintaining your active certification with us. We want you to know that we value you having access to things that not everyone has access to. So we've got some policy related information here, and these are just PDFs. So you can come in here and find our C3 project. We don't have anything about grants and related information here, but our history, our historical project and content here related to learning about the C3 project and what about CHWs then and now. Like if you're going to write a grant about anything CHW specific, like literally our registry is where you want to go. If you're interested in the research on what CHWs have participated in sustaining our workforce, this is here. And if you're trainers and employers, we've got all kind of information here. So there's just so much historical relevant content that I wanted you to know. If you want to know anything about your workforce and sustainability efforts and where things have gone both then and now, this MiCHWA registry is truly here for you. There's one more thing that I want to show you before I open this up for questions, and it's just kind of the nuts and bolts of what your profile looks like from the perspective of CHWs. And I just messed up a little bit because I changed over. But let's pull up a CHW's profile, and I think I'm going to click Abby. Notice that your CEUs, and nope, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick on Erica's profile. I'm sorry about this. Your CHW profile is where you can find everything that we know about you. If there's something missing on your profile, it's something that we have outstanding or we don't know, right? So your current CEU count is something you always want to maintain. You always want to confirm that your county is correct. We want to maintain that utility. So go in your profile and confirm that. Confirm that you can log in. If not, send an email to info@michwa.org and we will do some investigation as to why you're currently not been migrated, or if you just need to go ahead and start from scratch and create your own account. Your CEU period is an important date for you to always know. Your membership expiration date is something that you should always know too, because that's something you're going to have to pay and maintain on an annual basis. Your MiCHWA certification card here is something that I would keep in my wallet. I would maintain on my computer. Sometimes employers request and require that, which we wanted you to have access to it. So it's loaded on your profile for you to download at any time for proof that you are MiCHWA certified. You shouldn't have to email us and ask us for it. Once you have access to your membership account, it should be there for you. If it's not there, we can always make sure we load it directly to it. It's just a click of a button and an upload. And you can maintain your resume and your LinkedIn. And if you don't have that MiCHWA certified sticker and stamp there, and you should, all you have to do is let our staff know, and we will go and do some notifications there. What you'll notice here is that If you don't have any continuing education certificates loaded necessarily, but you do have a number, that could be because we migrated you with the credits from the old site, but we didn't pull any of those certificates. So that's perfectly okay. As long as your number, your CEU period end date, your certification status, and your certificate are good to go, then we are all good to go. So I would make sure you can log in, your numbers and your county are correct. Your name and everything can be changed on your own, and so can your county. Anything else requires us to fix on the back end initially, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Actually, I'm gonna not stop sharing my screen, but I'm gonna pause and go home and then ask if there are any questions that I might be able to address. Are there any questions that I can address? Please put them in the chat, and then one of us, I will repeat them. I think we have room from Octavia. Octavia, can you put your question in the chat, please? I think I have everyone on mute because there's so many people on the call. How can you become certified? I'm going to answer that one while Octavia is putting her question in the chat. An individual becomes MiCHWA certified by successfully completing a 126-hour MiCHWA certification training program. If you are interested in participating in that training program, please email pfisher@michwa.org. If you have somehow completed that program, but for some reason your certification has lapsed, then you have to show proof of 20 continuing education credits and bring your annual payments up to date. And we can talk through that as well. And if you're sending me direct messages, that's probably not going to be successful in this situation. So you should, Nicole, put my email address in the chat and then I'll be able to help. You're welcome, Miss Octavia. Thank you. Any other questions that I can help resolve while we have the time? I hope you guys love this registry. I hope if you did not know of them, it would be helpful. One CHW would like me to review how to renew your financial membership. I'm not quite sure I understand financial membership. Do they mean how to renew payment or how to pay? Yes, okay. The best way to pay and bring yourself current is through the orange man up at the top. If you have access to this membership, and then go ahead and add a card here. If you do not have access to this, you can request an alternative payment method, especially if you're behind a few years. You can email info@michwa.org and request an invoice, and we can invoice you for the years in which you are behind. And then we can then migrate you ourselves, and then you can bring in and add your own payment this way. Hopefully that helps. So if you are out of date or not even inside the registry and you need to bring yourself current, go ahead and email us and request an invoice, and we can do it that way. Once you add a card, it is a one-time charge that will recur automatically. It's like Amazon, I think of it. Once I add my card, Amazon takes it annually on my Amazon subscription annually. But it only does it when it's supposed to. You can trust that it will only do it on the date one time annually. And you can change the card, you can cancel the membership. Everything is in your control, Sharika. Great question. Any more questions? Keep them coming. Anybody have any feedback? Is anyone, I know you're using it because we get questions all the time. Somebody's using it now. I just got an email that a CHW has just uploaded a certification for approval. So I hope that you guys find this user-friendly. We are constantly seeking continuous quality improvement. So if you guys have any feedback or any suggestions about how it might be more useful, we would love to. Yes, we are able to invoice the employer. Once you request an invoice to us, we are able to then respond to you with a few questions. We'll ask organization or person to be invoiced. We will ask you what information we need, such as email address, phone number, and address, and you can email us that information and we will do so. So I have a question. I think I'm gonna lose something. What if my employer pays my fees through a check? Then you will not gain access until we literally receive the check, but that's okay. We will wait. We have patience. Do you have standard work on how to get into the new system? We have videos. Videos are the way we go. Graciela, Nicole can email you the video of how to gain access, if that's what you're asking. The CEU part, it's the same thing. It's still every 2 years you have to accrue 20. We're just trying to make it simple for you that you're just getting 10 CEUs every year. And no, if you get 17 in 1 year, the 7 do not roll over into year 2. That's the tough thing. So it's literally 10 credits every year. And if you get 17, the 7 don't roll over, extra don't run over. The tricky part about it is we want you to continue your education every year. Even if you go overboard, that doesn't make you exempt for continuing that education every year. If you're on the CEU list, but you don't have a CEU period or you're MiCHWA certified, we should talk, because that doesn't make sense. You're only on the CEU list if you're MiCHWA certified. And if you're MiCHWA certified, you have a CEU period. So let's talk, Sarah. You can email us. I'm glad you find it user-friendly and you think it's amazing. We love it. Glad you're getting more familiar. Thank you. Wonderful. Specific questions about email, yes, they should go directly to info@michwa.org and we will go ahead and triage you. We have a process for who can handle certain things and we will get you to where we need to go if it's very difficult. College credits are not necessarily converted to CEUs, Gabe. That's a tough question. Let's talk about that directly. You can email me, as you know. If you got 10, 20 CEUs before the change, no, Sarah. You should email me, Sarah. Sarah Cheek, email me. If you have issues with your profile, email us directly. If webinars do not always have CEU credits or send proof of attendance, I would actually email the host directly. I would email the host directly if they do not. Sometimes an email confirmation will work or some sort of proof of attendance is allowable, but you cannot submit anything for hours without some documentation that you attended. So we are actually going to send you the link to our post-webinar survey. We want to thank you for attending this and let you know that if you have staff members or friends who missed today's webinar, that as you know, this one has been recorded and we are going to post this within our registry for you to use in the future should you have any questions, comments, or concerns. This is not the only video about our registry that exists. There are short snippets of videos that you can feel free to learn more about our registry within the registry in the resources and frequently asked questions section, as well as follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Within our YouTube channel, our webinars and quick how-to videos that help you learn how to get into the registry, how to manage your profile, how to upload continuing education credits, and more. So I'd encourage you to utilize those videos. Please do fill out our webinar survey. We also have Facebook and social media groups where we encourage folks to get to know each other, and you can also continue the conversation there. And as always, our team, Jen, Portia, Nicole, our interns, Nia, not so much Patricia and Elle, as they are very new and project based, are happy to help you. So feel free to contact us on all of those platforms, and always email info@michwa.org, and we would be more than delighted to help you guys. The post webinar survey link is in the chat. It was sent at 11:46 a.m. So please go ahead and click that and complete it, and give us at least 3 to 5 days to deliver your certificates for your continuing education credits. And please upload them to your profiles. And if that is all, if no one has any questions, we will be doing this one again on the 16th. Portia will she will be featured. We invite you to our CHW network meeting, which will occur on 2 weeks from Wednesday, I believe. So we encourage you to participate at our CHW network call and join our Facebook groups. And we hope that you have a wonderful month of March. If this is the last time you see my face, it has been a pleasure to serve you as MiCHWA's Executive Director, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for participating and joining us. I hope this has been very helpful for you guys. Thank you.